In the last video, I challenged myself to make a super cozy game in Scratch, and it was called Ducky's Cozy Kitchen. And while I would only loosely describe this fly swatting experiences as a game, surprisingly, you all seem to enjoy it, like a lot. But upon releasing that video, I realized I did something terrible. Flies aren't cozy. Man, they're gross, they carry diseases, they're pests, and the last thing that you want in your cozy game and in your kitchen are disgusting flies. That's like making a game about a plumber who crawls around the sewers, then bakes you a birthday cake. Oh no. So to make up for my mistake, today I'm going to challenge myself to actually make a cozy game. But not just that, we're going to be making a monster raiser game. It's no secret that I'm obsessed with the monster raiser genre. From Chow and Sonic Adventure, Chocobo Racing, or even games like Dragon Quest Monsters. I don't know, creature raiser games always feel so relaxing to me, so I felt like it was a perfect choice. So I jumped straight into Scratch and started coding a basic creature mechanic. Like, you have this egg, and then it hatches, and then it grows up, and so forth. Also, yeah, ignore the whole cat hatching from an egg thing. We'll work in some artwork shortly. Now, the only problem about the monster raiser genre is that these games can get kind of boring by themselves. I mean, who would have thought that watching a little cat walk around for hours isn't the most riveting mechanic? So with that said, I made it so the cat drops stars every so often with the intention that you could buy more upgrades or even more of these little cat guys. Basically like an incremental or clicker game, but with a little bit more depth than just, you know, click till your finger falls off. And speaking of fingers falling off, I made a robot unlockable guy that you can get so he automatically picks up stars for you, so you don't have to lose your fingers. Wow. After that, I felt like it was kind of a necessity for me to start working on the artwork, and I really wanted this game to be a tropical themed area. It's just relaxing, it's cozy, okay? So I jumped into Affinity Designer and illustrated some artwork. It took me a couple hours of playing around to see what I wanted and what I actually liked, and this is what I ended up with. So I popped that into Scratch, and look it. We're getting a game here. I removed the clouds from the background and made them a separate object that would spawn in. Okay, little too much there. Then I went online and got some ocean ambience just to kind of set the mood, to set the tone. So at this point, I kind of had a nice snapshot of what the game could look like. The only thing it's really lacking right now is some content. I mean, there's really nothing to do, so just kidding, I started working on more artwork. I felt like the island was a little too blended in with the background and it was kind of hard to see. I also want to create an egg that resembled the windfish from Link's Awakening. And then at this point, I realized I was just procrastinating creating the creatures. I ended up creating these chicken-like characters that actually came from an old sketch I made last year. And I decided to call these little chickens Pojos. I've recently been learning Spanish, so it just felt like the perfect name for them. Oh yeah, I also made a custom font with your score so you can see how much money you have. Then I made different tiers of Pojos and also money. My idea is that the rarer the Pojo, the more money it drops. So a plain Pojo would drop a coin, where the primary color ones would drop a gem instead. Now, of course, what's the point of having money if we don't have a shop? So I implemented this card shop system, or you have these cards in the bottom of the screen. My thought is that as you get more money, new cards appear so you can get different things like island upgrades, new eggs, robots, and also even a hatchery. I also had this super annoying glitch where the layering was all messed up, and so I ended up watching this cool video by Griff Patch who explains how you can fix it, and it works, I think. Another cool mechanic I want to have is being able to sell your Pojo, so that way when we incorporate breeding down the road, you can sell it if you have too many on your island. And so I made these magical pair of pants that if you drag a Pojo to it, it'll sell it. Yes, I need to change it. It's kind of weird. Then after that, I added music that randomly cycles and plays through. I then made artwork for the robot and made it so you could buy it at the shop. So now you can buy robots and they'll pick up the gems for you. It's fantastic. And lastly, I made this disgustingly confusing collision box system. So your Pojos stay in the island, but you can drag them around. It's not the greatest thing, but it works for now. And the very final thing I did was give the game a title, and that's Lil Oasis. And that's as far as I could get with the time that I had for this video. There's so many cool features like new island upgrades, breeding mechanics with different Pojos to get different colors, and special events that I really want to keep working on this game. And since Scratch is such a collaborative tool, I thought it'd be cool to release what I have so far for you guys to play around with and to come up with ideas and see where this game goes. And of course, as always, if you have any good ideas, let me know in the comments down below. Now, if you yourself want to learn how to code, it's actually not that hard, especially using today's sponsor, Brilliant. Brilliant has thousands of lessons from foundational advanced math to programming, AI, neural networks, and more, with new lessons being added each month. And their interactive lessons have been proven to be 6 times more effective than passive learning, like just watching random lecture videos. Being able to see what you're learning is really important for engaging with concepts, and Brilliant storytelling makes abstract ideas actually relatable. One course I really like is Computer Science Fund fundamentals. It basically is programmers 101. It helps with decision making, writing programs, and algorithms. It's fantastic, and I highly recommend it. To try everything Brilliant has to offer, there is a 30-day free trial. All you have to do is visit brilliant.org/Goodgis or click on the link in the description. The first 200 of you will get 20% off Brilliant's annual premium subscription. And I just want to say thank you to Brilliant for supporting the channel and my game dev journey. Anywho, that's it for this video, and I'll catch you in the next one.